Hello, welcome back. Today I am using the Ice Edge mold, small size, from Pouring Your Heart Out, Octopus Fluid Inks, Resin Ink Smurf, Papaya, Green Tea, and today I'm actually going to do the titanium white from Just Resin. Let me get my resin mixed up and I'll be right back. Okay, so here are my colors mixed. Sure look pretty. The first thing I'm going to do is a dirty pour, which is you take one color at a time and alternate pouring them into a cup. I'm going to do this true to the fairy flower technique from resincourses.com with a little twist at the end. Also, to let you know, on this ice mold, you will notice that I dusted the sides with some silver mica powder. This was something Julie from Pouring Your Heart Out has tried, and it looks just beautiful, so I'm hoping to get a similar effect. I am going to, after I pour all these colors together, I am going to swirl it instead of just puddle pour it in the center of this mold. I haven't done that in a while. I've always just done, what'd you call it? Puddle pour in the center, but so I'm doing my dirty pour. And now that I've got that in, I wanted to use every drop that I've got. So to the side here, hopefully you can see, not sure, I'm going to pour in the rest of the colors that I've mixed in my individual cups, because I like using every drop possible of what I've mixed. So when you take the course at resincourses.com for all the beautiful flower techniques on the course, you get the measurements, meaning you'll get how much resin to use, how many drops. However, you will have to adjust it depending on your products, whether it's the same as Micah, who is the owner of resincourses.com. My resin of choice here is the Art Pro from resinpro.com. It's a 1:1, it's a 3:2 ratio resin. Okay, so I'm going to now do a spiral kind of pour. I hope my orange, which is the papaya, shows up at some point. I sure don't see it right now. Oh boy. Scraper, scraper. I know some of us are scrapers. Okie doke. Put my cups together. My dirty cups, I will clean them up shortly. Oops. Okay. I have mixed up my Just Resin Titanium White, placed it in my piping bag, and now I'm going to start dotting. I start at the edge and will make my way all the way to the center. Feel free to fast forward or just go on the ride with me. So I told you the type of resin that I use, the brand name. Told you that I dusted the edge with silver mica powder. Told you the ink brand and the colors. Smurf, papaya, and green tea. I've told you the name of the white that I'm using, Just Resin Titanium White. I usually use the Bloom pigment paste from Pouring Your Heart Out. You can get it on the eBay store or on Amazon, but today I want to try this one because I haven't done one, a fairy, with the Just Resin Titanium White. I want to just see what difference, if any, it might make. On my side here, I have my first push, which is clear, that I've mixed up a very tiny amount of my green tea in. Now, when I say first push, just note this is different from the course on resincourses.com. In resincourses.com, you have just one push. I'm actually going to do 2 pushes. And this is actually something that I came up with myself as well as others on their own as well, that of doing a second push where you mix a clean batch of resin for a second push. So I'm going to just fill up wherever. I'm going to go back out. Oops. Gotta lift up here. This texture of this Just Resin Titanium White's a little different. So I'm not quite used to the flowing of it coming out of my bag, piping bag. Interesting, my petals are really elongated. Okay, so now I'm getting my first push, which is the rest of my resin that I mixed with my green tea. I'm going to push it, I'm going to do it really fast to sort of make it spread out. Ooh, that's cool looking. Okay. Oops, my container dropped. Okay, I'm going to dot from this side, meaning where the clear is. And this is similar to another technique of a course that I did called the Metallic Dolly Dot by Resin Art by Lillian. So it's kind of a combo course in a way, or technique here that I'm doing. Wow, this is really interesting. My lines are really big, meaning where they're coming from, so this will be really interesting to see. Okay, now as that sits or settles, I'm going to mix up a new batch, put you on a brief pause, and come back shortly. Alrighty, so I have mixed my second batch of clear resin, and it's a clean batch. Now I may have overdone it on the first one, so I'm just going to do slightly and just make sure I watch my edges of my mold because I don't want it to overflow. So I'm just going to do only that much Well, I guess I could go a little bit more here. Just push it out there. Hope it doesn't overflow, because now I'm going to do some more dots. So I'm going to go from the outside here again. And if you noticed, I haven't torched at all. And I am not going to put a glitter or centerpiece, because I am trying to figure out how to make this process where the petals close in the center without leaving a big gap in the center like it usually does. So I'm going to put just some more dots here, smaller ones maybe. Go back out again. So I think in one of my past videos you would have seen a similar process, but I was using a different white. So I'm experimenting with this white. And just for giggles, I'm going to just add some more out here. Hope I see some of the orange on the other side. Oh boy, I can't wait for that moment of excitement, and then to be whether I will be very pleased or very sad. Okay. Now I will torch, and I will keep an eye out, and I might brace this a little if I see it falling to one side or the other. So I will see you in a few seconds for you, a little longer for me, on the unmolding. See you soon. Okay. Let's see if this experiment worked. Okay, here we go. Yes, it closed. It closed. So that is really cool. I would have liked the shape to have been different, but the key to me here was using titanium white from Just Resin, and also a clean, clear push at the end. So thank you, Nicole, also for confirming this theory. Thank you so much for watching.